Hi, I'm Daniel from Durran, a product design studio that works with growth stage tech teams. Together, we'll explore what's working, what's not, and what you can learn from the newest launches on Product Hunt. Let's dive in. First, we have Receiptor AI. Let's open the website. So as you can see, let's accept the cookie policies and such. So we have the website, we have a preview of the product here on the right side, and on the left, we have quite some information. I would say that there are a bit too much of information. So there are two buttons here, this 60-second demo and start a free trial, which are both of them, at least this one, the 60-second demo button, it's quite easy to miss. It doesn't have a hover state, and there is just like a lot of stuff happening. There is the start free trial with this small tag on the right side, which is obviously the main CTA, but usually it's the first CTA as well. But probably they moved it here because of this tag, though this tag could just come at the bottom maybe or below or something like that, and then it wouldn't take this amount of space. Yeah, so that's one thing, but it's great that they kept the preview of the product here. There are a bit of information about the features and such. For me, the fonts look a bit on the small side, and also given that the images are not the same size, might be a bit challenging to scan because they are not on the same visual row, for example, here and here. Okay, some more stuff. They have a ROI calculator. This was heavily used some time ago. It was on a bunch of pages. And a short video, some testimonials, and I assume kind of that's it, FAQs and such. Okay, let's start the free trial. So the sign up page, it's quite simple. We have, again, a testimonial on the side, a bit of a trust building here, and highlighting one of the jobs, I assume. I do it manually when I can do it for you, or the frustration the user might have. And then we have the option to create an account. Yeah. And then let's create an account. Okay, continue here, verify the email. Okay, email verified, and we are almost there. Okay, and here's the account setup / onboarding. They call it onboarding. So we have this animation on the left side, a testimonial as well. This takes quite a lot of space, I would say, and doesn't really provide too much value at this stage. And on the right side, we have the questions. It's nice that they mentioned the 2 minutes duration, so it kind of sets a goal and reassures that it won't take too much. And also the stepper is mentioned here. Okay, let's go. Software. It's great that you can search through them, so you don't have to scroll the whole thing. Let's go with Product Hunt here. Consent as well. Now continue, extract and monitor. Once you selected something, they highlight the next step. Okay, and go with euro instead of dollars. Now they enabled business entities. By default, I would go with this one. I have just one. And then create the workspace. We landed in the product. So we have a video, which is a bit long, I would say 2.5 minutes. It walks you through on the setup, I assume, right? So yes, how you set it up, what you have to do, connect your sources, make documents flow, blah, blah, blah. That's good, but it looks slightly different than the current UI. This selector is not there anymore. This sidebar looks different as well, right? Yeah, slightly different. I'm not sure what's that. Probably if you have multiple entities, then it show up there. Though we have something here as well, that's different. So yeah, the UI looks different than the one that we are using at the moment. No, thanks. We have the setup process on the right, and we have something here, which is it the same video or is something else? Looks like a different video.
So I'm going to take a quick look at how, and then I'm going to speak with.
I'm not sure. Dismiss it, and it doesn't dismiss this. Have to dismiss. Okay, now it's working. And settings got just back to the bottom. We have the agent in the center of the screen. Let's see, connect email. Okay, I have to add an account. Let's go with this one. Though something went wrong, and it's probably because I used this account. They give you, they give you some instructions on how to set up stuff. Let's remove this. Okay, and try again. So this is a nice touch, it doesn't work, but it's still there if you need to set up again. Okay, now I'm not sure if it's working. Something is not working for me, but might be something just on my end. Yeah, never mind. Okay, there is the setup steps again here. So it's front and center whenever you need it. Okay, what other things can you do? Set up a chart. I'm not sure what's this, so I will just leave it. And we have the AI agent, obviously. Okay, let's just see what this does. Okay, so in their case, the agent just opens another window on top, which honestly is not what I expected. And now I'm not sure where that discussion is or what happened here. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, my email is not connected, so obviously it's not working. And now we have two things here at the bottom, which I assume, these are the conversations. Okay, it kind of just flows things a bit too much all over the place. Okay, what's this? Usage. Cool. So you have somewhat an overview of how much of the tokens you used or something like that. Yeah, okay, but this part here at the bottom is quite easy to miss, especially because you also have the chat here. So, and what's this? Okay, so this might work just repositioning maybe here on the top, and maybe you don't need all of these, just like the last one. And then the other option would be to have the conversation history part of this window and having it here on the side. Maybe like most of the tools are doing something similar. And instead of like opening it like this, which is like a window on top of a window, it could just be part of this screen. So it's like it would just flow in the steps instead of like opening something on top. I assume that they wanted something like this as well, because you might just switch between tabs and then you need like a conversation that's ongoing, and now it repositioned. So I opened it somewhere and now it's in another place. Yeah, the setup process is pushing it. Like, it's not a big of a problem, but it's a bit weird. Maybe you can just leave the last one here on the top, and then you still have the window, and you can add nudges and such as things are working. So let's say I minimize it and I'm moving to another screen while the agent is doing something in the background, then it could just pop something up here, and then I could come back and reopen it. At least this is what we've done with some of the products that we worked on. But if we have it somewhere more on eyesight level, then at the bottom, you could use those nudges as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff here because like I didn't connected my account. One thing that I saw here at least is that I don't have an option to dismiss or hide the setup steps. So that might be also helpful. And yeah, I'm not sure what these charts and stuff are, but I'm definitely not the ICP they are looking for. So just thinking about the onboarding and the agent, the onboarding wasn't that bad. Like maybe you can like rework a bit on the first screens and decrease the left side where you just have the animations and nothing really happens, and make the questionnaire front and center, and maybe the fields can be slightly larger so it's easier to fill them in and move between them. That would be one. Maybe moving the entities as a separate step. So you just set up on that step the currency and the workspace. That could also be helpful. And then once you get here, I probably wouldn't push the video that much because people tend to not necessarily watch those, and especially because they are long. Maybe with the setup process, just pointing people to do something first, like, hey, go and connect your email account. And then it could be something here like emails, and just come here and let's add the email account. Or let's just go back for now. Or what was the other one? Setup chart of accounts, which I'm not sure what's that thing. Extract past documents. And okay, this is, if I would have an email account, I could test this out. Yeah. But But yeah, kind of that's it. Like these kind of tools which are very heavy on setup steps might be useful to have these more guided stepper instead of like this is the whole thing that you have to do. More like okay, just like go here, do this, or something like that. What could also be an option, but it depends on how people are using the product. Having like a sandbox or a demo account where you could just like see how things are once you set up everything. And also on the agent side, I would probably rethink this part. The positioning, I would try to move it somewhere more eyesight level, so it's more in your face and you start interacting with it, and then you can use the nudges as well to point you towards different actions or give you different feedback or results. But yeah, kind of that's it. Let's try context.dev, the web context API for teams building software and AI agents. The website looks quite clean. It's nice that they highlighted the before and after, and I assume it kind of goes the same thing for setup it your way. Yeah, how you can set it up, highlighting the features and what you can do. Nice bento, it's clean. So the website itself looks quite clean, I would say. No major problems. The footer is actually pretty nice. Like this part looks quite nice. Okay, let's sign up. Okay, so we have testimonial here on the right side, and we have the sign up options on the left side. This time, let's sign up with Gmail. The only thing that was slightly weird, I would say, is the spacings. Like you have more spacing on the left, right side and less on the top and bottom side, which is a bit disproportionate. But other than that, it's not a big problem. What you're planning to build? UX review repository for founders. You hear about us, other, still disabled. It looks disabled at least. And use cases. Okay, what I can do with all of these. So I can crawl a website, web search. Let's go with this one. Crawl website, and this is how you can install it. So the whole thing looks quite clean, I would say. I'm not a developer, so I probably don't know all of the stuff that are here. You have an API key. Let's click on I'll do this later, and now I'm inside of the product. So there is the API key, there is a playground, and also how things are changing between stages, like the menu. It's a nice touch. And then we have the overview, which is quite clean, simple, nice, and like you have a good idea of what you should do. I would have to integrate the API, obviously, right? And then you can see the actions. So API, playground, the link. I'm not sure what's the logo link. Logos from our high-speed global CDN. Okay. And then you can change organization on top, upgrade and such. So yeah, the product looks nice. It's clean. The homepage was also very clean. There are a couple of nice touches like this menu, how it changes, and also how it's laid out. Quite pretty actually. Okay, let's go. We have Fypro. Convert your TikTok followers into paying customers. Okay, let's see. So we have clean website, use cases highlighted. Okay, Fypro. What's the proper way of saying this? I'm not sure. Let's start for free. Let's see how it goes. The first screen, like the sign up, it's quite nice and clean. We have a visual on the left side and just the options to sign up on the right. Nice big buttons so you don't miss them. I'm not a TikTok user, so we'll see what we can do. Oh, I can skip actually. Let's skip this one. Straight from the beginning, we see the plans. For now, it's a bit confusing that I cannot click on current plan or go with this or something like that. But yeah, at least I can close it. So we just like showing that to me without even seeing the product was a bit confusing. And then yeah, we are on the dashboard and I don't have an account, so they mentioned that and what I should do. So authorize TikTok to generate your creator growth profile. And there are quite some stuff happening on the screen, I would say. So once you're connected, probably you see something different. But when nothing is connected, there's like, we have this one and then we have these two also. So yeah, just making sense of this and cleaning it up a bit maybe could help. And then we have ideation, which is a bunch of ideas and stuff that they discovered and such. Projects AI Studio, and what you can do here: creative scenes and input, and below is the video content area, explore demos and inspiration. Okay, so this is where you can prompt yes and generate, I assume, videos. These are templates. Okay, now I found it. So these are templates. The only thing that's a bit annoying is this, like, sometimes as you write, instead of having a fixed height, it just pushes things, and when they push those things, it's like the whole thing goes couple pixels down, couple pixels up. And here, obviously, you should be able to replace this somehow. Just, okay, I have to delete it. It might be a good idea if, when you have this, you would have an option here to just upload the new asset, whatever it's a video or an image, because I assume it's some, or even audio, because otherwise I have to come here, I have to delete this and re-upload this. So yeah, that might help. What I can do with these, can I use them? I can remix them. So you can use anything on this page basically to create a new video. Okay, that's nice. And now I'm on a completely different page. These transitions might be a bit confusing, I would say, at least for me. I saw it in a couple of AI products as well. It's like you start from a page, you click on generate, and everything changes around you. So yeah, just trying to keep things somehow in the same flow might be a good idea. And now I should select one of these three. The options, they fade a bit too much in the background, so users might miss them. And can I type something else? Typing. What happens if I type? And okay, and now what we've done is that in some of the products is that once I have to select something, we just blocked the chat functionality exactly for this. So it's easy to type in something and then you kind of lose track of what you have to do. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can wrap this up now or not, or how. And I cannot do anything else. Let's just go back to this. Let's remix this one or this one, and let's generate a new one and see how it goes. And now it's working, so we have to wait a bit. And also another thing here, but let's just wait once it's done, because here I cannot change anything. When I started the conversation, I had the option to select, let's confirm this one so we don't, I can still upload things, but I don't have any more the options to select like ratio, length, and stuff like that. Confirming. So when I get here, like I have to either scroll up and see these, or somehow I have to keep it in mind because I don't see them here anymore. But also I cannot change them at all. So if I don't want to confirm, I think I can still adjust, but I have to click on adjust. Otherwise, you have to start the whole process from the beginning. So we have this here on the right side. And in the meantime, I'm not sure if these credits are the credits left. Credits are consumed. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are credits that are left, credits that I used. They are used because yeah, we started with 200 and then I used these. So this is what's left. Okay. It's still working. It takes some time. It's still going. 5 minutes already. Not sure if I go to another tab, what happens here. Does this still going or not? And as you can see, my credits are going down now. So yeah, the generation of the video, it's almost 90 credits. Something it's like changing. And we have the video now. I can download, generate, create a new variation and such.
Not
so
again.
Here it is.
My whole couch is covered and I just sat down. Okay, let's actually deal with this.
Okay, so this is the video. Let's just navigate a bit around. So this is the assets tab, and here we have the video that was already created. And I assume this is where I can also download it somehow, though there isn't a download option. We have a name which I can edit. There is a link option which is disabled, and some other stuff, but no option to download, or at least I cannot find it. Yep, so that's not really working. This going back to the AI studio, we have my projects, what you can do inside of a project. And now I'm already on a different page. But for me, these changes in a way, I'm not a big fan of them, I would say. You start somewhere, the page looks like this, and I have a bunch of projects now. So this creates a new project, and this is a new project. if I go inside of this to edit, and also this looks different than the asset creation. I assume it's kind of like an agent also, but looks way different. And now this is disabled, so I cannot type in while it's working, which makes sense. But if I go to another project, okay, here I can type. Okay, we also have ideation, nothing here, product catalog. We have an onboarding, got it. Okay. And also a nice looking dashboard, yeah, and audiences and such. So yeah, the product is interesting. There is a bunch of products nowadays with the option to generate different assets, videos, images, and such. What could be helpful here is if somehow you would have a continuation between this step and the next step. That's one. Also, when you start to generate the videos and they ask for different inputs, if the input field itself where you can type in would be disabled, or you can overlay the options on top so the users don't type in something else and they don't miss the buttons, because right now those buttons are fading in right with the background. So it would be a good option to make them a bit more visible. Yeah, other than that, I'm not sure why I don't have a download option here. And yeah, the rest of it is probably enabled once I connect an account. Here on the project side, I'm not sure how this works yet, but also I didn't spend too much time on it, so I wouldn't blame them. You can do ideation, scripting, and then publishing from what I see up top. If we go back to one of these, now I have 3. So I'm not sure. I have the idea that somehow, oh, whenever I click on this one, they just create a new project by default. Now I got it. And now if we confirm these, probably it goes into the second tab at one moment. I'm not sure if I have any more credits left. Also here, I don't, so here, not this one. The navigation is changing quite a lot. So in this tab, I have I have search here, which I cannot search for some reason. It opens the pricing. Here I have search on the top, and then what happens with the discussions that I started, because I don't have them here anymore, and I'm not sure how that's connected to this. Okay, now we have the scripting, and here this part looks different than what we had before. So even for the video creation part, these kind of options probably would work better as they are more visible at least. Just click on this one, and yeah, kind of that's it. So making the whole thing cohesive instead of like having different sections and each of them looking slightly different could work better. And yeah, just making sure that everything is connected and there is like an easy to follow flow for the user, I would say that could help. And this new chat, I'm not sure what this new chat does, or it opens the same thing as the AI Studio. So it's kind of this. But then, okay, now I got it. So here I have the chats from before, the video that I created and everything, it's here. But if I close this, like if I do this and I just leave it to work, I'm not sure if I get anything. No, besides the fact that you can see it here, there is nothing. At least I didn't found a notification yet, but they delivered the plan. So having these kind of notifications or nudges to help me get back to my work, that could be helpful. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully you find some interesting nuggets that you can use in your own products. As you can see with all these AI tools, onboarding, it's very important as usual. Just making sure that people understand the product and how they can use it and how they can actually leverage it. And then making sure that flows are connected as states change and as people interact with AI agents and then switch to different parts of the product, how the agent nudges them back. That's really, really important. See you next time.